Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me as always,
Erik Icarus.
Eric.
What's going on, man?
You can find us on the ground at REC Podcast.
Yeah.
You can follow myself at Roman REC Podcast, and you can follow Eric.
Gulag_J_Wielden.
How's it going, brother?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Good. I got a good shot in the arm this week. You know, I'm just feeling loose.
Yeah.
Feeling loose.
You look loose.
I don't know how to take.
Tight, man.
Were you once tight? Were you once tight? I don't know.
That's the question, I guess.
Seems like a long time ago.
Kids.
We were just babes. We was just babes then.
We babes.
A wee Bobby. Oh man, you know,
What's up?
we've had our Zack Snyder talks.
Oh,
You know,
at length.
at great length, and I think we talked briefly last episode about how David Ayer, who did Suicide Squad,
Right, yeah.
was saying that my version of Suicide Squad has never been seen either.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
And, yeah.
My cut is so much better.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's so crazy to me to think, because I can't fathom whether or not, anybody is, like, if I run Warner Brothers, like, I want to put out the best product that I can.
Sure.
And I'm not sure that we are, I mean, is it going to be better? Like,
Well,
I'm starting to get worried. I'm starting to get worried.
Right, again, but sometimes studios meddle,
Mhm.
and sometimes the director did have the right vision.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are instances where, the studio had to get involved. And hey, listen, this is insanity. We're sending in the cleanup crew. But there are some times where let's just do Richard Donner's Superman.
Okay.
I have seen it once, his cut of Superman once,
Mhm.
and I've heard it's superior.
Okay.
I don't remember it because it's been about 15 years since I've seen it, but I heard that one is the superior cut. To that is the Richard Donner version.
Well, and they released that,
Yes,
but
it took time.
it did, yeah. It took a long time, and I think Bryan Singer had something to do with that
Oh, really?
as well. Yeah, because he kind of made his Superman Returns as if
sequel,
it was a
right?
sequel to like Superman 2.
Okay.
So it's like very Donner inspired. I mean,
Sure.
you see it when you watch that movie.
Except it's not good.
It's definitely not good. And I'm just I don't know.
What world?
What world this is going to be? What precedent that this is setting for other films?
Genre.
Yeah, and I mean, is there going to be the opportunity to double dip? We've had director's cuts in the past. This isn't
new.
This isn't new, but this just feels.
This was such an outcry.
Yeah, this had so much crowd support. It had so much. Even the actors, getting behind it.
Into it. Yeah,
So
totally.
it had a ton of momentum behind it, and I don't know. It just feels really weird because we've kind of had this again. We've had director's cuts of movies that were slightly better or that had better context to them.
Yeah, like it just seemed like it was more cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you did get more of the more of the story,
Mm-hmm.
but it was longer.
Yes,
The studios don't like that.
No, that's true.
It goes on to how many shows can you get into the theater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that true? That's why
yeah,
they like long movies.
Yeah, you want to be able to. So when you have a big theater chain, you want to get at least 5 shows out of a movie a day.
Oh.
So when you start getting these Lord of the Rings level 3-hour plus movies,
Right.
You can definitely only get 4 in so then you got to release more prints. So then that takes up. So maybe you have another movie. You're Warner Brothers, and you have another movie, and it's like, do we bump this other film
for
to
Lord of the Rings?
So it starts to have logistical effects.
Okay, so it has to be a full-on hit for them to do a 3-hour movie, or give the director like, hey, okay, you get final cut.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly. I mean? Is the juice worth the squeeze there? And and I think it can be, but Snyder saying that his cut is almost 4 hours.
Right, and do we get that cut?
That's what that's what they're saying, and then they're going to put 30 or 40 million into it.
That's a long movie.
It's a weird way to double dip, and again, my biggest problem is what if it's really good? Like, what if it is the superior thing? How do you get that band back together? How do you get I mean, I guess you're going to get the fans.
Sure.
At the same token, I don't know. It's like, man, I already spent money on this.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. It feels
sometimes twice because you saw it in the theater, then you buy the Blu-ray, or whatever.
You really got to make sure whether you liked it or not.
Right.
And who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't imagine a world in which that if this is really successful that it just doesn't create another weird genre of film.
Like I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It does create this weird microcosm for film directors to be like, okay, we tried it your way, now we get to see my way.
Yeah.
And instead of just getting the one cut everyone agreed on.
Yeah.
You know, so it does set a weird precedence.
So with that and considering like what my negativity towards it, what movies do you want to see? What movies do you want? Get Snyderized. Like, okay, like we need another attempt at this. Like, I think that there's something good in there, even with these people. Like, I'm not talking replacing directors or anything like that. Who do you think, with retrospect, could do it again and do it better?
Okay.
So
like which movie?
Yeah, which movie do you want to see done by that same creator? Where you're like, you know what, you deserve another bite at this apple.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my phone real quick.
Okay.
So I can get the director's name.
Okay.
But the movie I'm going with first is Tombstone.
You want to see Tombstone redone?
Well, now hear me out.
Oh,
hear me out. I know this is a bit controversial.
Can you not hear the disdain in my voice? It's nearly the perfect movie for me.
And it is for myself too.
Okay.
This is out of curiosity because having watched the special features to Tombstone, there was a lot of stuff omitted. A lot more plot points for Wyatt. A lot of the side characters, basically. That's who you're kind of omitting. Because, the show is Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp. It's the show. But, I want a little more, story behind the other characters.
Okay.
We do get some more Doc moments with him and his girl.
Okay.
I always forget her name. But, let me find the director's name real quick.
Okay.
It was George P. Casamatos.
Oh man, I'm so glad you went through the effort of finding that.
Yeah, me too. And then I guess there's another guy called Kevin Jarn that's also credited with being the director. But anyway, apparently there was a lot of scenes omitted just for time.
Yeah.
Because the movie's already 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So I guess they'd have to slash it a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, I want to see a little bit more of the side character story. I want to get more of Doc and his girlfriend, Big Nose Kate. That's her name. That's what they called her in history, for real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was her nickname in history.
Oh, the opium addict.
That's Maddie. That is Wyatt's wife.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Doc's girlfriend.
The prostitute. Okay.
Yes.
Most likely. The lady of the evening. If you're looking for a good time, if you're looking for somebody to put a cigarette gently into your mouth while you're in an opium-fueled poker match, she's your lady. She's your lady.
Can I get her number?
Yeah, well, not hers specifically. She's dead. Okay, but I'm sure there's a website.
Hey man, there's someone out there for everyone.
There you go. Yeah. That's all you want. Just gently moisten the tip of my cigarette if you could. Just so that it sticks on your lip a bit. All right. Man. So the reason you want. So you think another cut of that would then give you backstory on this? So what would you then pull? Would you pull out or would you add?
I would add. Because like you said, it is almost a perfect movie.
It is. It's so good.
I think adding a few more scenes of the side characters gives it more depth.
Sure.
Maybe a little more historical accuracy because I know that movie gets knocked for that, but who cares? Because it's so good. It's so good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't need it to be. I don't care about. Yeah, I don't care. I didn't know that Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday were involved at the OK Corral at all until I saw that movie. Yeah. Now, granted, we're 4th or 5th grade,
roughly.
Roughly. Yeah. But I say that to this day, I haven't fact checked that movie, so I don't care. Like, it's just so good. Kurt Russell is so good in that movie, and it sucks because Val Kilmer's even better.
He is.
Like Val Kilmer's so much better in that role as Doc Holliday that you. While Wyatt Earp is kind of cool, like he's definitely like the show stealer right when he gets to town, when he's slapping Johnny Tyler.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is really good. But then as soon as Doc comes in, the movie's just like, oh, this is the cool guy.
It goes from good to great.
This is the cool guy.
Yeah.
So I
they're both cool guys. They just have different aspects to them.
Yes.
Wyatt is a strong silent side.
Yeah.
He's cool in that nice cut black silhouette.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
Doc is the boisterous wild card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a cool pairing, you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So I mean, I could see people wanting this.
Yeah.
Big time. I would pay for it, wouldn't you?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I don't know if for that reason, like if there was a way that I could just see, I just want to get more doc scenes.
Oh, yeah,
So
for sure.
I guess if you're gonna have the his lady,
Yeah, yeah.
what was her name? Big Nose.
Big Nose Kate is
Big
what was
Nose
her
Kate?
nickname, but
Jeez.
I don't remember her real name.
Yeah. So if you have Big Nose Kate, and dude, how many times have I watched that movie? I did not know that that's what her name is.
Yeah.
Like
They actually don't call her that in the
yeah,
movie?
sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know that her name is Kate.
Yeah.
I just darling and this and that.
Yeah,
They didn't feel the need to really accentuate her
She
name.
was the bass player from The Wonders.
Oh man, TV player,
The
TV
TV
player. Ethan Embry is the
Ethan
actor's
Embry.
name, just so you know.
Big Nose Embry.
Yeah, Big Nose Embry. I think I'd like to see another crack at The Lost World, Jurassic Park 2.
Interesting. Okay.
Now
okay.
that being said, I haven't watched it in many
Well,
years,
I haven't either, man.
and it's okay. But I think that with the benefit of hindsight, because I think Spielberg did the sequel as well. I think he did do
Lost World.
He did do Lost
Yes.
World, yes. So I think that with the benefit of seeing, not it just felt like that one really rode the coattails of how good the first one was.
Yeah.
So it just wasn't the this perfect sequel that we. It wasn't Empire Strikes Back.
No, it was not Empire. It was not Dark Knight.
Yeah. So you have this.
It was Predator 2.
I mean, I still like Predator 2, but that could be on this list as well.
That's true.
Like, hey, you deserve another crack at this. But yeah, I think that the Lost World, and some people will disagree with me there because a lot of people like the Lost World.
They do, yeah.
But everybody is like, oh, that's just not as good as Jurassic Park. Yeah.
It's not only like you said, it's coming off of like at the time the largest grossing movie in history
Sure.
at the time.
Yeah.
And you're not getting that excitement level again.
No.
You know, remember seeing that in the theater?
Yeah.
And being so crazy into like, oh man, the dinosaurs are real.
Yes.
And then getting it again.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same.
It's like, oh, this time it's going through New York, or
Yeah,
I can't even
San
remember.
Diego.
San Diego. Yeah, I was like, I don't even remember where they are. Yeah, I guess it was off a Hawaiian island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a really ridiculous thing. Like we take it to just so that the T-Rex could like hit the Statue of Liberty, just go for it, Like we went the long way.
Godzilla.
There you go, man. Yeah, Jesus. So yeah, I think that Jurassic, the Lost World is something that I think Steven Spielberg, especially when you have a gifted director and a visionary, I wonder if they would go back, or do you just stand by your work? You're like, no, that's exactly the movie I wanted to put out.
I see Spielberg standing by his work there, even though he has gone back in the past and kind of fiddled with his movies, like
Sure.
in E.T.,
Yeah.
taking all the guns out.
Yeah,
Like, really, dude?
yeah, come on now. Yeah, do you?
Shame on you, Spielberg. You should do that for Schindler's List.
Oh gosh.
Takes all the guns out.
Yeah.
It's like, man, why are they like listening to these Nazis?
Yeah,
They don't even have guns.
yeah, fight them. Yeah, because I think that, and let's assume too that if these people could take a second crack at it, that they get $20 or $30 to do that, because that's what that's what they're saying Snyder's going to get. He's going to get 20 or 30 million to like put the finishing touches on. And if you tell me that there's that he's not going to like, okay, what did they hate? Okay, they hated all this stuff that was actually me. Let's do something else. Is there any Joss footage anywhere? Yeah, I can't. If you're gonna get the benefit and just like a touch more money,
Sure.
I think
You can see those two. Okay, Tombstone, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And then I would definitely. So what would you want to add to Lost World though? Would you want more dinosaur or more? We all want more Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, that's it. I just want more Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I want
less
a little
gymnastic daughter stuff. You don't
well,
remember that?
in retrospect, or now, I'd like to see more daughter stuff. I dig on that now.
Oh, yeah,
I like
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
father-daughter stuff.
Yeah,
I guess I just want to get more, because he doesn't.
Mhm.
I guess he does say in the first movie that he's got a bunch of kids.
He does say it.
He's like, oh, I love him.
It's like I'm always on the lookout for the next ex
Mrs. Malcolm. Yeah, which is just
That's
again
an
baller.
awesome line, yeah.
It seemed like a very drastic character change from the first one to the second one.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd like to see some more of that cavalierness. But I guess after surviving that, you would change.
His character is so different.
Yeah, he's very subdued.
Big
Like,
time.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like where's Malcolm at?
Oh, what's that?
Like, no, that loud.
Where's that? What's that line where he's like, yeah, it's the oohs and the ahs,
Oh, yeah.
and then comes the screaming and the running.
That part was good.
Yeah, It's like, dude, you almost died. You died near a porta potty. Okay, that you almost died near a porta potty.
Yeah.
Scene. You know, you're just a little bit better than the lawyer.
Yeah, Gennaro.
I know. Oh my god, that's hilarious. They had released a Funko Pop of
The lawyer.
no, not well. Actually, I think they have done one of the lawyer, but definitely
awesome.
they did a Target exclusive. Ian Malcolm, where he's like got his shirt
he's
open,
just all
and he's like,
sprayed
yeah,
out.
yeah, and oh god,
Breathing all hard.
I
It's
wanted
hot.
that. Yeah, he's
I
like,
want that now.
he's like baby oiled for some reason, you know, like that's not
He's
sweat.
sweating,
Yeah,
man.
you're real shiny.
I want to know who got to oil him up.
I would assume just it was worked into somebody's contract. Like we're gonna pay you a little bit more, but you have to rub up.
I'd do it for free.
Yeah, well, of course you would, but you weren't available. You weren't in Hawaii.
I
at
was
the time.
6. They would think it was weird.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's either 7 or 8-year-olds for Ian Malcolm. Okay.
I want to get that Funko Pop, whatever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think we'll have to look into that. Jamie, order that up. We don't have a Jamie.
Yeah, we don't. We need a Jamie.
That's a JRE shout out. Yeah, I want Jordan to be our Jamie, but he's too good.
He's too good in front of he's too good on the mic.
Yeah,
he's too good.
I know.
We need him.
If you're listening, Big Tuna, I don't know. Maybe be less good. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
less
what it
good
is.
so we can make you our producer.
Yeah, or maybe we just like figure out a way to like just
Listen
Skype him
to
in.
the bald pervert. It's a little inside.
Yeah, I dislike that. What's another one you'd like to see? Another swing at?
My picks are the ones that have had outcry from either the stars or the director.
Okay.
So my next pick is American History X.
And
I've
never heard this outcry.
You haven't heard this?
Yeah.
You haven't heard this story?
I have not.
Okay, well the director.
And I love American History X.
You do. And
Yeah.
I enjoy it too. It's a bum out movie.
Yeah.
It's good for one watch.
If you want to feel really good about racism, like you got to watch American History X.
Feel bad about it?
Yeah.
Then watch that.
Yeah, if you want to feel so in the middle of the road of racism while experiencing both ends of the spectrum, check out American History X.
It's your movie.
And Jack Dead Norton. Norton.
Oh yeah, he was in great shape, man.
Good old Eddie Norton.
Tony Kaye was the director, and apparently, after they filming wrapped, I guess him and Edward Norton were having problems on set, like direction of the film, where to take it. And after filming wrapped, Tony Kaye was guaranteed final cut on the film, and they went back on that.
Really?
So basically, this is where Edward Norton started becoming the editing bay dude that because he did that. This is where he got to start doing that.
Motherless Brooklyn, okay?
He basically so anyway, he literally locked Tony Kaye out of the studio. Like he came into work one day and couldn't his like scan card wouldn't work.
My god.
And he's like, what's going on? You're like, well, honestly, Norton's taking over editing. So Edward Norton basically edited that movie.
Well,
he doesn't get credit for it.
Oh, well, hey, and that's interesting because that's fine. Like the movie's great.
But again, to Tony Kaye's credit, I want to see his vision.
Yes,
he's the director.
I agree with you.
And his version, again, spoilers for a movie that doesn't really exist, right? Because this is his cut. So
okay, yeah.
We probably will never see it.
No.
Who
knows now? Who knows now? David
Ayer. Yeah, this is the point of the conversation.
Yeah,
because who knows who's going to get another shot? In his version, at the end of the movie, Edward Norton's brother, played by Edward Furlong, gets killed by a black kid. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they had that kind of interaction in the beginning of the movie, and in Tony Kaye's version, Edward Norton goes back to being racist.
Oh.
Because he finds out that there was like another 15 minutes to that movie.
Oh wow.
It doesn't end right there with him holding his brother in the
yeah.
Which I do enjoy the ambiguous ending. Like, oh well, where do they go from here? Does he find out that this black kid killed him?
Wow.
And then in Tony Kaye's version, he does find out, and he says, "Oh, Dad was right all along. I tried to be a better person, and it didn't work."
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It could turn it into a whole different movie. Man.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like that ending because I love the idea that his kind of racist ways creates this situation and where his younger brother antagonizes somebody to the extent that there's real consequences to it.
Sure.
So I actually like that. Like it's his fault, but it's also not his fault. Sure. He's definitely he's an ingredient in that stew.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I want to see that other ending because I really like American History X
Sure.
the way it is. And,
I want to see how it's executed.
I do. So I would be curious for sure.
Both my picks are out of curiosity.
And yeah, and
both
and
of these movies are pretty amazing.
If they came out and you picked them up, I'd borrow it.
Totally,
you know, like
yeah.
I'm more for that than I am for a Snyder cut. I mean,
yeah, me too. I'd rather watch more racist American History X than
right?
Justice League.
Jeez, because guys, again, and Eric's weird racist comment aside, like a lot has to change, like a ton has to change in that Justice League movie for it to be really good.
Yeah, not just color swaps.
No, not color swaps, not less digitally enhanced mustaches. Not like I liked the look of Steppenwolf was okay, but it looked more like a TV thing.
He looked like a Power Rangers villain.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And I just don't know. Now, Snyder's was like really weird looking. Remember that bizarre like end clip that got deleted from something? I can't remember.
I think it was Batman
Superman, where like Steppenwolf looked very he wasn't as humanoid in the face.
He looked cooler.
Yeah. And he's like sending the mother boxes out.
Yeah.
So like
why would he have to, he knew where they
Yeah, he had them. So like did Josh change that too? You know, did he like, dude, that's your mother box thing?
I didn't even.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And then is there a world in which, hey, Joss is like, well, I actually didn't get to shoot all of the, so here's my Justice League, the Joss cut, you know, because this is not, you know, guys, this is not entirely the Joss cut. This is, hey guys, this is what I can do for you in the short amount of time you've given me because you don't want to push it back, even though your director has a very serious
issue.
Family problem. Right. Like you're just more concerned about pushing out this garbage instead of waiting.
Instead of giving him time to get through whatever he needs to get through.
Yeah.
Or actually giving, because I know Zach had given Joss his blessing.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey man, finish this."
Yeah.
Give Joss more time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know? Yeah, you can't change directors, ask him to reshoot a bunch of stuff in the same amount of time
and change the tone
where,
of the movie.
Where a 4-hour movie was already cut. There was already 4 hours of stuff done, and you brought in Joss Whedon to make another cut to refilm. Some say 60 to 80% of certain scenes.
Really,
I've heard wacky stuff with this, and obviously nobody is going to tip their hand. I mean, even in all of this, Zack Snyder's not like bad mouthing Warner Brothers.
No.
But he's like, yo, like I've got 4 hours of like Justice League. That's supposedly very different.
He's like, I got Superman in a black suit.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have another another film?
I have my two.
Oh, you did. I
got another one. Okay, but go ahead, man.
I think everybody we're gonna see a little bit of a theme here.
Sure.
Especially with me, Indiana Jones 4.
Hey,
Indiana Jones 4.
You think there's a universe where there's a better version of this?
There's a lot to like about it in concept. In concept.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in concept. Yeah, like if you told me, hey guys, okay. Indiana Jones 4. Mm-hmm. We're going to have him older. Right. We want to kind of set up an idea where we are passing on the torch, and wouldn't you know it, him and Marion actually had a kid.
Right.
Cool. Oh, so that kid's old. Yeah, makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, and we're not going to have him do Nazis. We've kind of done the Nazi thing to death. But hey, Russians. Hey. We'll have the villains be Russians.
Yeah.
And we're really going to try to focus on the Russians looking for alien artifacts.
Yes, which, again, this ties into more of the Nazi thing because the Nazis apparently were using
looking for occult things everywhere.
Occult things, and they did apparently have their hands on some alien artifacts,
supposedly.
Alien technology.
Yeah,
that's why we were able to get to the moon.
Yeah, interesting.
So
that's
we can talk about that on something else or sometime later. But yeah, it's very crazy.
Yeah, I think there's a film conspiracy podcast that we'll have to have done with the boys on board as well. But yeah, I think when Spielberg does knock it out, it's obviously amazing.
Yeah.
But I do think he's a guy who can benefit from hindsight, and if you give him $30 or $million more to recut, reshoot some stuff,
right? How would you do it? Though?
Yeah. Definitely pull out that
monkey swinging scene.
The monkey swinging scene. Have Indy still be I have him still be useful. Like, yeah,
Sure.
he's gonna get hurt, but I don't want it to be like, oh,
I'm old.
yeah, I don't want the Murtaugh Indiana Jones. Okay, I still want you to be, like, okay, you don't get to do another one of these, so we're gonna do the best we can.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that just didn't feel like it. I feel like they really wanted to show us that they wanted to bum us out with Indiana Jones.
I was bummed after watching it.
Yeah,
not just because it was bad, but like, man, Indy's just.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand we all get old. We all can't do the things we used to be able to do.
Harrison Ford wears an earring still.
Does he really?
Yeah, a single earring.
You know what? That's kind of cool.
So Callista Flockhart can track his whereabouts. It's a life alert
Is
earring.
he still with her?
Oh yeah. I think they have a kid. It might be an adopted kid.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, it might be an adopted kid,
Yeah.
but yeah, she was in Supergirl. Like heavy.
Flockhart?
Yeah, Flockhart. Yeah, very an annoying character, but
You
like
said she was the what? Heavy?
no, she was heavily used.
Oh, okay.
in
I
the
thought you
first
said she
season.
was the heavy. I'm like, she's
Oh
not
yeah.
heavy at all.
No, I was gonna say she was heavily used in season
okay.
1, and then they moved production from LA to Vancouver when it went from NBC or whatever to CW, and so she didn't want to like make that commute. So she was like, oh. She wasn't. I don't know if she was running for president. She was running for. They had her like running for like office because she was like the CEO of the National Star, basically their Daily Bugle.
Oh, okay.
The Daily Planet of where Supergirl is.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was actually. Her character was annoying, just this kind of like news mogul, but it worked.
I'm about to say, yeah, she played it right there because they all were annoying.
Yes,
dude.
exactly. Yeah, she did a really good job. Like it was annoying because it was meant to be annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, Indiana Jones 4, it needs and not have again the spoilers 3, 2, 1. Having the aliens move was whack.
It was really whack, dude.
I want to see, and I like the idea that the crystal skulls are their skeletons. Like, oh yeah, their skeletons are different things. And have more artifacts. They just had the one artifact.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't as...
This could have been a globe-trotting, like, wild goose chase.
Yes.
Scavenger hunt.
Yes.
And then amazing.
Again, we're getting the last hurrah. Let's
go all out.
National treasure this thing.
Boom.
You know? That's what we like about Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah.
We like the lore.
Yeah,
like, give us more alien... You had this opportunity to make a ton of alien lore. Oh, yeah. Have us in Tulum. Have us in Egypt. Have us in Machu Picchu.
Yeah,
Punka. Yeah. Did you just make that up?
No, it's a real place.
Oh, okay. I've never heard that one. What is that?
That's where the those H blocks are. There are these H blocks that were carved way before people had the ability to carve those. Like, intricate.
Okay.
And they slide together, and it appeared to be a structure at some point.
Oh.
And then it was blown up.
Oh.
But these H blocks are all over the place.
Interesting. Yeah. I've not heard that one. Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on that alien.
You are. Yeah. Way more than me. But yeah, it would be interesting to like have all, to go to a few of those places.
And then use actual stuff that people have talked about.
Yes,
like those
exactly.
places,
I love it when they do that.
Integrate, conspiracy. We can say conspiracies into the movie.
Yeah.
And make it like, oh, that's why it was that way.
Exactly. Have that thread, and then you're leading into a film, so you're also adding more ridiculousness to it. Man.
Yeah. No, I would watch that, even with LaBouffe in it.
LaBouffe.
I heard he's really mean and like a real badass in real life. Like, he beat up Tom Hardy.
No way.
You go on YouTube and type in Tom Hardy is scared of Shia LaBeouf, and he actually legit says, yeah, he beat me up on the set of some movie they were in.
Yeah, I think they were in Fury together, maybe?
Is that what it was?
Might have been Fury.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, he beat me, like, legit beat me up.
Yeah.
And he's not joking.
Wow.
So I guess Shia LaBeouf low-key BA in EMF.
Yeah. All right, well,
Are you scared of Shia LaBeouf now, man?
No. I'm not,
Bulls kid?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of humans. Okay, like it's just what it is. Yeah, a lot of humans destroy me, but like, I don't know. They're just we all just folk. We're all just folk.
We're all pink and smelly on the inside.
Yeah, man. Like if you can get to my pink before I get to your pink, that's just what it is. Okay, that's the way that the cookie crumbles. All right.
You're killing me. God. Okay.
You got another one for me.
I thought I did, but you know what? I do, because I want to get your gauge on it.
Okay.
because there has been a outpouring, and it is in the DC universe.
Okay.
It was supposed to be the one to kick off the DC universe. I'm talking about Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah.
There has been a
that's a good one.
Yeah, because like the director, I can Google him.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Whoever the director was apparently said, yeah, there was things that I wanted to put in there that the studio had me take out.
Oh yeah, and I mean you can tell, and again the movie has like 4 to 6 writing credits to it,
right?
Which is never good. It's
really?
never
That's
good.
Never a good sign.
No. You know, like 3 is my max. Sure. I prefer 2.
Yeah.
And
that's if you're writing an anthology.
Yeah, like you can't. Yeah, you can't have that many people on there, and they have the audacity to like tag Jeff Johns in there, like and Jeff Johns. Like if I'm Jeff Johns, like hey, you got do not put me on this.
Come on, man. It's like get me off that, please.
Yeah, because like that was the biggest reason I was excited. They're like, oh, Jeff Johns is involved.
Arguably, the person responsible for a lot of the Green Lantern lore we have today.
Yeah, arguably the best Green Lantern lore in its 80-year, starting back in the day with Alan Scott in 39 or 41. I think 41 is when Alan Scott became Green Lantern.
And he's the
Cape one. Yeah, he's the Cape one. Yeah. And then I think Hal's in like 60, maybe 60 or 61. Guy, right? Yeah, 60 or 61. I can't remember. Yeah. But
then we get Bowl Cut guy.
And then we get Bowl Cut guy. Yeah, but like a long time later. Guy Gardner. Yeah. Okay, Guy Gardner. Jon Stewart. Yeah.
You're talking about the guy from the Daily Show?
Yeah, that guy. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. But like the black version.
Snarky Green Lantern.
That's your boy Guy Gardner. Gardner.
Okay. Oh, I love that.
That's a great pick. I agree with you there. That one I would like to see if there's another version of that. Pirates of the Caribbean 2, 3,
all of them,
4 and 5, all of them I would like to see. I guess Gore Verbinski, yes, because because Gore Verbinski has made cool movies.
He has,
and that was another one where like they were rewriting it like while they were filming.
Really?
So I think again, with the benefit of hindsight, like that's kind of the part. Like today, if you were able to have it done today with the power of hindsight, I think Gore Verbinski makes a better version of Pirates of the Caribbean. Now people are gonna be like, "Well, those movies are amazing and they made all this money and this and that."
Have you rewatched them lately?
Yeah, and yes, Jack Sparrow's fantastic.
He's great.
And all of the ideas, the lore is great, but they just never flesh out people like Blackbeard. Just like more of
the villains. I want more of the villain story.
They're so good.
They're cool.
They're so interesting.
Yeah.
Even Anton Sugar, what's his name? In Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Yeah.
Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem, man, he all the villains just look amazing, but it's just like I need more about
even Jeffrey Rush in the first one.
Oh yeah.
Who was he? You remember who he played?
Yeah, he's oh my gosh, and
Bluebeard.
Anyway, yeah, Jeffrey Rush in the first movie. Yeah,
I could use more of his story.
I could have. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, we're dead.
Yeah.
Okay, and
yeah, but then they ended up bringing him back, and and he was all the way up until Dead Men Tell No Tales, and his spoilers, his send off in the franchise was so good.
What
it was so the movie's so stupid.
Did they all stab him and go for the watch?
And then that weird guy's like, "You can take the black." No, so they introduced this new character who's like going to be the love interest of like the son of Will Turner,
right.
And she's got this tattoo, and there's all this like talk of like the tattoo like leads to treasure, and like the tattoo is a map.
Dude, it sounds like Waterworld.
Man. A little bit, and there's a scene where like she's gonna get got by Javier Bardem,
right.
And Gore Verbinski's, man, it's driving me nuts that I can't remember his name. Not Gore Verbinski. Jeffrey Rush's character is like he's like holding on to her, and he's kind of like the bridge between the two. Like they could fall if he lets go.
Right.
And he says something that like triggers something in her, and she's like, "What am I to you?" And he looks at her and he says, "A treasure," and he lets go.
Oh.
So like she was the treasure, like for him, like he was the one who put the tattoo on her, and he was hoping she would find it, and she would get money.
Right.
She would get rich, And yeah, so you find out that that's his daughter, and it was just a great line. What am I to you? A treasure, right. And he lets go and saves the day.
Redemption.
It was a great way to redeem that character who was very interesting the whole time.
The whole time.
The entire.
Him and Johnny were arguably the best parts. I don't care about Bootstrap Bill and love interest.
I don't care. Yeah, you're right. I
don't care about them.
Yeah.
Because didn't they get their own movie? Because Johnny Depp left, or did they leave the franchise? And then it was just Johnny Depp.
I think, man, I can't remember. Did they do one? No, they haven't done one without Johnny Depp.
Okay, so they must have just left then. Those two must have Will Turner and whatever her name.
But he showed up. I think they both showed up in the last one.
Oh, they did?
Just for small parts.
Gotcha.
Just for small parts.
What's his name? Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, Orlando Bloom and oh my God, Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley. Yeah, I just remember Orlando Bloom from Troy.
He was great.
Slapped around my neck.
He's holding onto his brother's legs. Hector. God, that movie is so bad and awesome. I love it.
Combined, it's the best bad movie in my top 5.
It's the most Hollywood version of the Helen of Troy, of that story. It's so ridiculous. Dude, that's Diane Kruger. Oh my gosh, that's Diane Kruger. Yeah, I didn't even realize. Yeah, that's Diane Kruger.
Brian Cox as I forgot it, Pericles or something like that. Yeah,
some type of Clesis. some type of Clesis out there.
I just love how he would get mad at Achilles, and he's like, Achilles! Yeah. He's like the mad captain in the police station.
Yeah,
You're out of control, Achilles. 4 red cop cruisers.
Give me your badge and your sword.
I'm sick of your renegade ways, Achilles.
Do you have another one for us?
No, man, unless you do.
I do not. Kids, that is our show for today. Let's take a swing. Let's miss. I mean, look, it's already happening. Let's get some of these other movies going. We're gonna need some content. Nobody's been able to film during the quarantine, so
hey, double dip,
double dip. We'll all pay for some version of this. If you like what we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. Leave us a like. What's a movie you'd like to see the exact same director take a swipe at? With the benefit of hindsight, with a little bit more seed money. What do you think could get done?
Yes.
That movie Skyline, while that movie is terrible, that Alien movie, it definitely ran out of funding, and it was so bad, it wraps up in the credits.
Right.
The story finishes in the credits. It's told in stills. They literally just stop filming. It feels and then they're showing animated stills of
this is what we could have shown.
Yes.
A storyboard?
And it was it was more than a storyboard, but it wasn't moving pictures, and it was definitely drawn, Dude, the movie's terrible, but it had one of the best trailers for a film. It had excellent campaign at San Diego Comic-Con, but maybe with a little bit more money, maybe that could be fleshed out better. Who knows? Ask Zack Snyder. Who knows? Yeah. Jesus. Eric, do you have any final thoughts for us?
# release the Snyder-Cut.
Oh my God, the Snyder-Cut of what?
It's Superman.
Oh God. I guess X-Men would be. I've
heard. I don't want to see the Ratner cut.
I don't. Yeah, you're right. I definitely don't want to see.
I would like to maybe see the first one redone.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
With the hindsight.
Gosh, hindsight is 20/20, my friend. Kids, thank you so much for listening. I've been your host, Roman Chavez.
I'm Eric Icarus.
And we will catch you on the next podcast.